The Russian Volunteer Corps, RVC, a Russian far-right unit fighting on the side of Ukraine, hit the headlines earlier this month after carrying out an incursion across the Russian border. The attack on Russia's Bryansk region, in which 2 people were allegedly killed, was designed to encourage Russian citizens to commit anti-state violence and expose the weakness of the country's borders, according to RVC leader Denis Kapustin. But the stunt also highlighted the conflict that for years has divided Russia's far-right movement over the war in Ukraine. While many Russian ultranationalists support the invasion, a minority have taken up arms against the Kremlin. How did Russian nationalists end up on both sides of the conflict? And what impact have they had on the course of the fighting in Ukraine? Who are the Russian nationalists fighting for Ukraine? IN's fighting first began in eastern Ukraine in 24. Hundreds of Russians with far-right beliefs have sided with Kyiv. They are mostly members of Rusia's neo-Nazi subculture who see contemporary Russia as a corrupt, multi-national state, and blame President Vladimir Putin for disregarding the interests of ethnic Russians. Omay fled Russia in the early 2000s, escaping prosecution for hate crimes or for their political activities, and many of them moved to Ukraine, which they saw as a Slavic country that was more ethnically homogeneous than Russia. They started hating the Russian state and thought that Ukraine, where immigration was less intense, was the ideal place for their activity, said Nikolai Mitrokhin, a sociologist at the University of Bremen who specializes in Russian nationalism. Many jumped at the opportunity to join Ukrainian far-right military units, including the Azov Regiment. In 24, many of them opposed the Kremlin for fueling a fratricidal war, while others were just looking for the opportunity to take part in military action. You suddenly had the chance to take up real weapons, defend people and receive in return respect and social capital, said Vyacheslav Lihichov, a researcher of right-wing radicalism. That's a completely different feeling than running around in the night, drinking beer and beating up people with a non-Slavic appearance.